Hi guys, Ancient Warrior, welcome back to Prepping and Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be the first kid on your block to know what craziness I'm talking about next, hit the bell icon with all. Craziness abounds. So just stupid. You know, I just saw a clip from a Paul Newman movie, Strother Martin. Pops old Paul Newman with a blackjack in his hand, or a billy club, knocks him down, and he starts rambling into a bit. But his final comment was, "What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a failure to communicate." I was thinking about that. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Failure to communicate to the people from the very top. I don't care if you call him Potato Joe, Squatter in Chief, Ice Cream Joe, or what, Sniffer in general. He's not, and it's not coming down. They are not communicating to the people like they should be communicating to the people. You know, everybody hated Trump, but he at least communicated. He let you know what he was thinking. You miss him yet? I do. We have a State Department right now trying to take credit for what a group of men did without their help. State Department has been stopping and slowing down the process of Afghani Christians coming to the United States. The Taliban is now starting to take Americans as hostage. You know, a group of our congressmen did everything they could to get those people home. Ronnie Jackson, my congressman, was instrumental with a couple of other people. I believe his name was Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma. Was over there trying to rescue a California woman and her 3 children. They got them home. They got them back to the United States. Now the State Department, after throwing up all the roadblocks, is trying to take credit for it. Special Forces groups, retired Special Forces officers and stuff, are not having anything to do with it. They are calling them out. Guys, we have an evil, corrupt regime in office now. You don't have one person in place that has the training to do the job they're trained that they're doing. You know, when I think of Biden, Harris, and Blinken, I think of winking, blinking, and nod. Harris is winking, Blinken's blinking, and Joe's nodding off. Now, why is this able to happen and nobody raise a fit? Folks, they've separated us by race, gender, you know. CRT is one of the worst things in the world you can have. I listened to a Chinese woman who grew up under Mao. He did this very thing. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back a little further. Fidel did it in Cuba. Hitler did it in Germany. Mussolini did it in Italy. Lenin and Stalin did it in Russia. Now, excuse me, I've been waiting on a important call about my mother, so. Now, if you don't think this isn't predestined, they've been putting it in place for years. Folks, we have got to stop the bull going on in this country. One of the things we have got to stop is we've got to go back to living the way that Martin Luther King wanted us to live. By judging people by the content of their heart, not what they look like. Judge people by their character and the content of their heart. I've been listening to a young lady named New York Nadia. God, she's great. I love listening to her. And she's right. They fear us getting together. They fear conservatives, independents, and liberals coming to one mindset. We can't have this anymore. You've got that moron Ted Wheeler banning travel to Texas from Portland. Woohoo! I wish Abbott would ban shipping anything from Texas to Portland. He'd find out real quick what it feels like. These are the same people who a year ago was screaming, defund the police, defund the police. If you want to stop crime, don't build as many prisons. Let me tell you something. Crime's been around since the first humans. So I got news for you, folks. you better get your deterrence a lot harsher than a jail cell. Because most of these guys know that they're going to get short-term sentences, and they'll be right back out there doing something new. And while they're in prison, they can learn from other prisoners new things to do to good civilized people. Folks, what we have here is a failure to communicate. We have politicians who openly, I'll say it again, folks, they openly have solicited the temple of satanic followers to go up against the heartbeat law of Texas. Oh my God, why would they want? Because anything they can get God out of, they're going to. But here's the problem, boys and girls. We are many and they are few, and they can't hang us all. I have a t-shirt that says that. And if you're a weak-kneed Christian, and your main answer to everything is, God will take care of it. No. He put it in our hands and told us to do what we're supposed to do and do it right. Guys and gals, I'm going to tell you something right now. We now are in a situation that's untenable. The monsters no longer hide in the shadows. They are now out there in full face and letting you know that they're going to do whatever they damn well please, and there's nothing you can do about it. We have American citizens being held in federal detention centers in Washington, D.C. for the January 6th so-called riot. And everything I'm reading and finding out is one of the leaders of the riot of '06 was paid for by certain Democrats to agitate the conservatives into doing something stupid. And he did it. He's not in jail. He admits he's an Antifa member. As of this recording, I contacted a friend of mine when I found out about it, who lives out in the Seattle area. I gave him the name, and he said, oh yeah, he knew exactly who he was. And he said, he also told me that he came into a large sum of money somehow. He wondered, now he knows. Guys and gals, what we have here is a failure to communicate. We need to stop this foolishness. We need to get this country back. Now, I don't advocate violence. And I do advocate going to that ballot box and voting the right way. putting people in office that will get this job done. With that being said, I'm calming down a little bit, folks. So it's better to have this equipment not need it than need it and not have it. And if you're prepping, you're going to live free. I'm the Ancient Warrior, and we're out.